Marvel fans were surprised. Like, share and subscribe for more great content. When the full lineup for Phase 4 was revealed this past summer, and it didn't contain an Avengers movie. Each of the 3 previous phases of the MCU have been built around a big team-up flick or two, but this upcoming slate suggested the studio was retiring Earth's mightiest heroes. It won't be for long, though, according to our intel, which points to a potential release date for Avengers 5. We Got This Covered has been informed by our sources, the same ones who said Black Widow was getting a sequel, which seems all but confirmed now, that Marvel's current plan is to get the next Avengers film in cinemas for 2023. It's important to stress that things could always change, but this is the year they're running with for now. As we've previously reported, A5 will feature a revamped roster known as the New Avengers, consisting of Captains Marvel and Captain America, Wilson, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Jane Foster's Thor, Scarlet Witch, Shang-Chi Al. Our sources, the same ones who also revealed that Marvel was doing a She-Hulk show back in April, and that a Nova movie is now in active development, which was recently confirmed, have told us that the thinking is to make A5 a smaller scale film again, bringing the stakes back down to earth after Infinity War and Endgame went galactic. In fact, they've compared it to the Avengers and Age of Ultron in terms of its scale and size. With Avengers Endgame, MCU fans bid farewell to the righteous, shield-wielding Captain America and the billionaire philanthropist turned fatherly savior Tony Stark. The movie was an emotionally stirring and action-packed saga that perfectly concluded long-gestating character arcs, a mashup to be remembered. Infinity War and Endgame were the Phase 3 mashups, just as the Avengers and the Avengers, Age of Ultron were the major team-up films of the previous 2 phases. However, plans for Phase 4 have been released, and there's no Avengers 5 in sight. So, what's with the wait? In terms of Marvel formula, each phase should lead to a team-up film designed to blow our brains. According to We Got This Covered, as well as a recent tweet from industry insider Daniel RPK, plans for an Avengers 5 movie do exist. However, the studio is holding off on the mashup, likely to shield the film from any significant expectation violations bound to ensue if the release were sooner rather than later. Avengers 5 to be a small-scale film, Daniel Richtman, expanding on a report from CinemaBlend, explained. To the shock of no one, they won't do another event like IW Endgame for the next 10 years. Avengers 5, New Avengers now pretty much confirmed to be a smaller movie with a smaller team like the first 2. Avengers 5 will presumably mirror the first Avengers movie, featuring a team of 6 or so heroes battling an Earthbound threat. Much smaller in scale than Infinity War and Endgame, the film will not span galaxies or time periods but feature a threat calling upon our still-in-development, new core group of heroes. Avengers 5 will likely serve at the MCU's attempt to solidify a new central team of heroes, the main supers existing at, and contributing most heavily, to the filmic landscape. They will take the place of the OG6, Hawkeye, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, Thor. Why the MCU needs to hold off on this one? Considering how grand Endgame was, Marvel Studios will not risk violating fan expectations a year or so after the fact with a title bound to allude to the most recent peak of the superhero genre. By putting time between Endgame and the next Avengers movie, the studio will be able to cement their new saviors independently, before teaming them up. Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, and Natalie Portman's mighty Thor will likely be at the center of the new group of Avengers. Yet, one of these saviors has yet to appear as Thor, while the others need more time to live up to the legacy their predecessors left behind. At smaller in scale, Avengers movie will go over just fine, if and when fans grow emotionally connected to the new core group of saviors. If and when the film can succeed on its cinematic merits without paling in comparison to Endgame. If and when enough time has passed, enough narrative development has been built, and enough trust in the new characters has formed to win over a fanbase still hopelessly devoted to Stark and Cap. In short, Avengers 5 is a Phase 5 bet. Of course, small scale for an MCU film is still pretty big, so it might just be that the planet is in danger rather than the whole universe. It may also point to the cast being slightly easier to assemble than the ever-growing group of stars featured in the last one. If Avengers 5 does drop in 2023, though, that should be a manageable wait for fans as it's only 4 years away. That's just an extra 12 months on the 3-year gaps between the Avengers and Age of Ultron and then Ultron and IW. Kevin Feige has already confirmed that the Avengers will regroup and get a new movie eventually, too, promising that the lineup will be totally different as well, which seems to gel with a lot of our information. And given that these are the same sources who also told us the Inhumans were being rebooted in the MCU, which is now confirmed, we have no reason to doubt it. The real reason Disney is making Avengers 5 a small film. Disney is attempting to move towards a more diverse. It was previously reported that an all-female-led Avengers would happen, and it appears that Disney, rather than create two different IPs for the Avengers with different cast, will use this opportunity to introduce this new female-led team. Disney is hoping to test the waters with this new film, and also hoping that the 4-year gap between films will allow fans to change their expectations, and possibly be more open to the new roster. Female-led, to be clear, does not mean it will not include male characters, rather the majority of heroes or focus will center around the larger female cast, which would presumably include Captain Marvel, Scarlet Witch, possibly She-Hulk. So are you looking forward to Avengers 5? Let us know in the comments. Like, share and subscribe for more great content like this.